October Next Fest is always a great time to check out upcoming games set to release in late 2023 or early 2024, and this Next Fest is no different in the least. Today we'll be taking a look at 6 of my most anticipated strategy and RPG releases that will have a Next Fest demo that you can check out for the next week, so let's get to it. First, the Thaumaturge, and my only true RPG-focused demo. This darker themed RPG is published by 11-Bit Studios and sets you up as Victor Szulski, a man who can see and interact with Salutors, which are essentially demons that have their own motivations and effects on the world around them. As a Thaumaturge, Victor can also interact with seemingly mundane objects to determine what or who a particular Salutor is after, thus deepening the story around Victor's past and his future. Victor's abilities allow him to capture these Salutors, use them in battles, which are a mix of turn-based and ability management. Not unlike, well, the closest comparison would honestly be Pokemon, as weird as that sounds. The demo featured during Next Fest will entail the prologue, setting up Victor's story, and run you through the basics of how his Thaumaturgy works. I previewed a demo in Act 1, provided by 11-Bit Studios and up there in the right-hand corner, and it was a great taste of the game, and no doubt you'll enjoy the prologue to set things up for the story. Next up, Warhammer Realms of Ruin by Frontier, playable as of Sunday, October 8th, and the only demo in this list available to do so. This is an Age of Sigmar era RTS, similar in scope and mechanics to Dawn of War, where Realms of Ruin takes you to the realm of Gur. Something powerful is hidden there, something that could save the cities of the Stormcast Eternals or be used against them. This demo features the first 3 missions of the game under the Stormcast Eternals, where you'll fight against 2 of the 3 other factions, the Auric Cruel Boys and the Spectres of the Night Haunt. Having played earlier builds of this game throughout development, from the missions to actual skirmish and multiplayer in a sense, I can say that this is a hearkening to the original Dawn of War series, that each faction does have some truly unique abilities that are very fun to play. And seeing that Dawn of War setting in the era of the Age of Sigmar and its fantastic looking units, you'll definitely want to try this one out. Now, if you've got an itch for RimWorld or a good colony sim, but have always wondered what it's like in 3D with some more dynamic action and building mechanics, Ascent of Ashes, developed by Vivid Storm Interactive, is a demo you're going to want to try out. The devs are the original creators of the Combat Extended mod for RimWorld, and thus have a solid idea on what the community would want or desire in a post-apocalyptic colony sim game that goes beyond the, shall we say, limitations of the former. Simple things like climbing rock faces or gaining a height advantage on the high ground for combat, multi-story buildings, vehicles, and things of the like. Having played a much earlier build than what the demo will feature, there is definitely some great potential with this one and easily worth the demo try. Speaking of post-apocalyptic, next up is Terminator Dark Fate Defiance, developed and published by Slytherin. This gritty RTS puts you smack in the middle of the future wars between humanity and the Legion's machine network. Facing overwhelming odds, you will take command of a small army and lead them to victory against those that seek to destroy humans for good. This demo features 3 missions for you to play. Although this will be battle map features only, I need to emphasize that, because there is a base or strategic management layer in between missions that will not be present. With the classic RTS feel and similar in vein to Starship Troopers Terran Command, which is also published by Slytherin, this one's worth a go if you're into that old school feel. Our next game pushes us to space with Earthless, developed by Blackbird Interactive. When the sun decides to go and blow itself up, humanity is forced to take to the stars for its very survival. In this sci-fi blend of roguelike and deck builder, you'll face new challenges in every system you warp to, forcing you to adapt your deck to its various factions and their different playstyles. Earthless is the demo that I know very little about, but as a fan of Breachway, published by Hooded Horse, also has a demo, just not featured for Next Fest. Another roguelike deck builder in space just intrigues me to infinity and beyond, and I think you'll get a good kick out of either if you're into this style of strategy game. The last but by no means least, we have Stronghold Definitive Edition, developed by Firefly Studios. The Definitive Edition is a remaster of the original RTS Stronghold game from so long ago, featuring remastered music, updated art assets, functionality, and even an entirely new campaign set in this classical time period. If you're as nostalgic as I am, or you're simply a child that never experienced the old school RTS majesty that set so many of us on the track to love strategy games back in the day, I heartily can support you checking out this new demo loaded with new content from the first alpha demo. This October Next Fest is going to be packed full of games, as they always are, and while these 6 demos are just the tip of the iceberg, it's always important for me to state that you have a great deal of power to affect a game's visibility on Steam overall by simply wishlisting it. So, you see a game that piques your interest with or without a playable demo? Do yourself and the hardworking devs a favor, give the game a wishlist that will show your support. And you can also support this channel by doing some of the same, either by subscribing, giving the video a like, leaving a comment, or even becoming a channel member to gain early access to videos or involvement in some of my favorite video series. Thank you so much for watching. This is Havoc, and I am out of here.